Hello, welcome back to Orphan Espresso. This is video 2 of the Lido OG instruction manual, subtitled Adjusting the Grind Size. Okay? The mechanism for adjusting the grind size is all here on top of the grinder. The top platform has the marks of microns vertical burr movement, ranging from 0 to 2,000. This is movement of the cone burr downward in relation to the ring burr. So we have 2 millimeters or 2,000 microns of vertical burr movement. This part here, this is the stepper, and it includes a reference range on top. The brass micro disc has a thin reference mark, one on this side, and there's one 180 degrees opposite. I've actually taken a fine tip black pen and accentuated that a little more for my eyes, okay? So I can do it without my glasses, but that's just a thing. All right, now, as we say in the manual, we come set 0, 0. Okay, we have a light burr rub. This gets smoother and smoother over time once the burr is broken in. Okay, so this is very simple. 1200, 400. Now, using the micro disc, usually this has to do with your espresso setting. Okay, currently, with my system that we have in the house, I'm running it at 380 microns vertical burr movement. To achieve that setting, I hold the handle still, I set my reference line to 0, I'm set at 400, I move 5, 10, 15, 20 microns finer. Okay? When I move in the F direction, I'm subtracting microns from my main number. I'm now set at 380. Okay? Now, if I want to go back to where I started from, I want to go back to 400. I move my fine stepless disc back to 0. Now I'm at 400. Okay? I've moved it in the C direction. C, when you move it in the C direction, you add microns. You add to the number. So if I want 420, I take my 0, 5, 10, there's 20. There's 430. You see it, Barb? 440. I'll go back to 0 so I can keep track of where I am. Now, the two discs, they're coupled together in that. Well, I'll make my setting down to 380. Oop, I want to go this way. And make sure you tighten this down nice and tight. So now I'm at 380. So if I go up to here, I'm not at 1,000 exactly. I'm at 980. The micron settings, these fine adjustments, may not be so critical up with your filter coffee, in these higher settings. But if you want to say exactly 1400, you need to return that 20. You have to put it back on. So I would take that and I go my 20. See, I am at 1380. Okay? So it works on both ends. The fine disc is not only for espresso. Okay? Now, here's another thing that you don't really want to overrun your micro range. This is one of the things that we say a number of times on this adjusting the grind size, is that if I want, let me go back and add my microns back to 0. Okay. So if I want to say, if I want 480, I go to 500 and subtract. Okay. I don't go to 400 and add 80 in the C direction. What happens now is that things start getting out of whack if you do it this way. And one thing is that if you move it in the coarse direction over and over and over, the brass disc will hit the handle. And if you move it in the fine direction too far, 100, 150 microns in that direction, you run out of threads in the system. So there's physical reasons why we want to do this, but a lot of it has to do with keeping your numbers relevant. You know, is to maintain meaningfulness in the numbers, and so you can actually say, I'm grinding at X vertical burr movement, and know you mean it. There's a very simple way to, if you get it out of whack, to return it to your zero setting to make sure you're in the center of your range. It's very simple to do, and we'll cover that later. But I think that pretty much covers the setting. We give a lot of examples of don't do this and don't do that. Yeah, read the manual. And we'll cover the re-zeroing. I have one more little page here. These are some general recommendations for grind size, but you have to dial your grinder in. Okay, bye-bye. See you next time.